The last letter. When Ethan first saw Clara, it was raining. She stood under the cracked awning of a bookstore, hugging a stack of novels to her chest, raindrops clinging to her hair like tiny diamonds. Ethan, soaked and laughing from the sudden storm, ducked under the same awning and nearly collided with her. "Sorry," he said, breathless. She looked up, startled, and smiled. It was a smile Ethan would never forget. That day turned into coffee, which turned into long conversations about books, dreams, and regrets. Clara loved classic novels. Ethan loved sketching. She hated thunderstorms. He found them beautiful. She feared losing people. He feared never finding someone to lose. They were opposites, but somehow they fit together. The seasons of our spring turned into summer. They spent afternoons lying in the park, watching clouds drift by, talking about the futures they hadn't yet built. Ethan sketched her while she read aloud from battered books, her voice weaving stories through the warm air. Fall painted the city in gold and crimson. They kicked through piles of leaves, stole kisses under fading trees, and made promises whispered in the cold. "No matter what," Clara said one evening, her hand in his, "we'll always find our way back to each other." "Always," Ethan promised. Winter arrived, and with it, change. Clara grew quieter, often staring out windows with a distant look. Ethan noticed, but when he asked, she only smiled sadly and said she was just tired. The diagnosis. It was a Thursday when the truth came out. Clara sat across from Ethan at their favorite diner, hands trembling around a cup of untouched tea. "I'm sick," she said, voice small. "Sick how?" Ethan asked, his heart already breaking. "It's cancer," she whispered. "Aggressive. They don't know if there's much they can do." The world tilted. The bustling diner faded to silence. Ethan reached across the table and took her hand, holding it tightly. "Then we fight," he said. "Whatever it takes, we fight." Clara smiled through her tears. The fight. The months that followed were a blur of hospital visits, treatments, and moments stolen between tests. Ethan became her shadow. He read to her when she was too tired to hold a book. He sketched silly cartoons on her hospital walls to make her laugh. There were days when she was herself, radiant and stubborn, and there were days when even lifting her head seemed too much. Through it all, Ethan stayed. "You don't have to," she whispered once, during a long night when the pain was worst. "I do," he said simply. "I love you." It was the first time he said it aloud. The words filled the room like sunlight. Clara cried and pulled him close. "I love you too," she whispered. The later spring came again. Clara's hospital room overlooked a tiny garden where tulips pushed bravely through the thawing ground. One afternoon, when the sky was soft and blue, Clara handed Ethan an envelope. "Promise you won't open it until you have to," she said. "What is it?" he asked. She just smiled. "A little bit of me for later." Ethan tucked the letter into his jacket pocket next to his heart. The goodbye Clara slipped away on a rainy morning, the kind she always hated. Ethan held her hand until the very end, whispering stories of their future, stories she wouldn't live to see. When she was gone, the world felt emptier than Ethan thought possible. The funeral was small. Close friends, family, the people who had come to know Clara's gentle heart. Ethan didn't speak. He couldn't. The last letter. It took him weeks to find the courage to open it. One evening, sitting by the window with the rain tapping gently against the glass, he finally tore the envelope open. Inside was a letter, written in Clara's looping, familiar handwriting. "My dearest Ethan, if you're reading this, it means I had to leave before I wanted to. And I'm so sorry. I wanted more time, more spring days, more books, more stolen kisses. But life isn't measured by the number of days, is it? It's measured by the love we find and the memories we make. You gave me a lifetime in the short time we had. Please don't stay sad forever. I know it's asking a lot, but you deserve to live, laugh, love again. Find new adventures, keep sketching, keep dreaming. And if you ever find someone who makes you smile the way you made me smile, don't be afraid to love them too. I'll be cheering you on, somewhere you can't see, but always close by. Thank you for being my best story. Always yours, Clara." Ethan cried until there were no tears left. And then, slowly, painfully, he began to live again. Not forgetting her, but carrying her with him. In every sunrise, in every brushstroke, in every whispered "I love you," he would one day say again,